Okay.
Thank you, Kathleen. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. My name is Eline Kando, and I work with AD International. I'm based in Tanzania office. Thank you very much for joining this session. You're most welcome. And for those who are joining us for the first time, this is one among the series of online advocacy knowledge exchange session. And please don't forget to introduce yourself in the chat box. You can write your name and where you are from. And for those who are my colleagues with visual impairment, I am a bit black skin, bit fat. I'm wearing glasses and a maroon top. I'm very happy for all of you, and thank you very much. Today's topic is about advocacy by young people with disabilities. This session will update the wider network and the entire audience on the results of 2 disability advocacy campaigns, which were led by young disability activists in Tanzania with microfunding from Bonamos University and AD International. And these 2 campaigns were launched in the late 2023, and they are coming to an end this month of April. We have 2 projects. One of it is Digital Advocacy for Youth with Disabilities, and another one is Tackling Negative Attitudes towards People with Disability. We will have a number of presenters, and one of them is Eva Masanilo. She is a young, educated, and ambitious disability advocate with visual impairment. She's totally blind. She is residing in Tanzania. She has a bachelor degree in adult and community education. She is a French teacher and an upcoming disability advocate in Tanzania, using her diverse approaches, including inclusive songs, to demand for disability justice. Another presenter is Fakhat Omar Abubakar. She's a strong and upcoming young disability advocate based in Zanzibar. She has multiple disabilities, which include intellectual disorder and physical disability. Since she was a kid, she experienced learning challenges, and she didn't give up. She's currently certified IT. Also, she have a good graphic design skills. And currently, she's volunteering with Women OPD based in Zanzibar, namely Jua Uza. With her incredible personality and passion to learn, she owns her Instagram page, and she's also composing poems and quotes to inspire people. Another presenter who will be a representative of the Youth Grant Task Team is Zena Akua. She is a disability justice activist based in Tanzania. She's an entrepreneur, chef, and a multiple award winner, a speaker, and founder of Parachef Tanzania. Herself with other peer young persons with disability, they managed to lead the design and selection process of the youth microfunding as a panel. So we are lucky to have them all today. And in this session, we will hear more about the impact and outcomes of the campaigns, the changes observed so far, and we'll also have some sample case stories from campaign participants and some lessons learned, and what are their future plans as far as advocacy is concerned. Before I invite the first speaker, kindly allow me to let you know the few house rules, polite house rules. One of it is, please bear with us, keep your microphone off, especially when you're not talking. Paste your comment and question in the chat box. We will have time for discussion and question and answer at the end. And for young persons with disability who are joining us, please make sure you allow your computer audio to ensure that when you want to contribute something, you can be heard. And for this time, a huge welcome to our first presenter, Eva Masanilo. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning for those who are in the morning, and for those who are in the afternoon, good afternoon also. And those who are in the evening, good evening. My name is Eva Joseph Masanilo. I'm a person with visual impairment, a musician, and also I'm a young disability advocate. By profession, I'm a community educator and French language teacher. My document is prepared in form of braille, so I will not display PowerPoint. So your attention is very important. Our advocacy campaign was all about addressing negative attitudes or perceptions toward persons with disability in our community. Changes caused by the project to me as an individual and to the community as follows. Due to this advocacy campaign or project, now I can speak in front of the people with confidence. Before this project, to me to speak in front of the people, it was too difficult because I lack confidence. But now I can speak in front of the people confidently. So this project has helped me. Through this project, I can organize people in order to perform different activities. Example is a bus driver and bus conductors meeting I organized, and I'm the one who was talking with the bus drivers and bus conductors concerning persons with disability about their rights when they are on the road, how bus drivers and bus conductors can work together with persons with disability. So I can organize people to do a lot of things. Due to this project, now I can interact with different people because now they have reduced their negative perceptions toward me as a person with impairment. In my community before this project, to interact with people who have no disability was too difficult because they do be surprised when they see persons with disability. They wonder to see persons with disability. Also, they are the ones who isolated persons with disability. So for me, it was too difficult to interact with them. But through this project now, I have educated them, so they have raised their awareness concerning persons with disability and how to interact with them. Accessibility, access to transport. Due to this project, now I can access transport in my ward easily. And this is because bus drivers and bus conductors have been educated concerning persons with disability and changed their perceptions towards persons with disability. Before this project, to enter the bus, it was too difficult because the bus drivers and the conductors, they do reject persons with disability. But due to this project now, they have raised their awareness so they can work with persons with disability without any challenge. So access to mass media is another achievement. Due to this advocacy campaign, now I can communicate with different TV stations and radio stations like TBC. It is a national broadcast in Tanzania, East Africa TV and radio, Wasafi Media, which is too famous in Tanzania, and Mtawara Radio. Partnership. Due to this project, I got partnership to Mtawara Radio. They requested me to continue with the project. They are free. plans. This project has influenced us to establish an organization which will be dealing with addressing negative attitudes and perceptions in Tanzania. The name of the organization will be GPDT, Good Hope for Persons with Disability Tanzania. Also, the organization will be empowering persons with disability socially and economically by educating them about their rights, educating the community, providing entrepreneurship skills, capital and business management. So in future, our message is going to spread all over Tanzania. We decided to establish this organization because persons with disability were suffering from different challenges from the community. For example, those negative attitudes which are in the community, it was too challenging to persons with disability. Also to get capital so as to establish business, also it was too difficult to persons with disability because most of people, because persons with disability are not accepted or trusted in the community. So we decided to establish this because we are going to solve that problem. Also, persons with disability also have no education. Some of them, they don't know about their rights and their potentials and opportunities also, which are in the community. So we are going to educate them to raise their awareness so as to participate in different issues like economic issues. Therefore, we really thanks and appreciate ADI International and Bournemouth University because they were the ones who funded us. They are the ones who were the funders of this project. Were our mentors also in this project and instructors. So we really appreciate your support. Now is an organization which is going to deal with issues of persons with disability. We are requesting for the support in terms of funds and skills from ADI International, Bournemouth University, and other disability donors, because to support us is to provide a right solution to the right problems facing persons with disability in Tanzania. Thank you for your attention, and this is a time to listen a case study story concerning this project, and we are going to listen from Mr. Isaac Mgaya, who is a music producer. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Eva. Isaac, subiri kidogo. Before Isaac starts sharing his story, please, Dekariso Mari, are you there? I'll be looking forward for your support, especially in translation. Karibu, Isaac.
Yes, I'm available.
Jina langu naitwa Isaka Maulus Mgaya.
My name is Isaka Maulus Mgaya.
Mimi ni producer wa muziki.
I'm a music producer.
Yeah, mara ya kwanza nakutana na Madam Eva ilikuwa ni mwaka jana.
The first time I meet with Madam Eva, it was last year.
Yeah, alikuja pale studio kwa ajili ya kurekodi nyimbo mbili kwa ajili ya kuhamasisha.
She was coming to our studio so as to record 2 songs for advocacy.
Yeah, alipofika mara ya kwanza, kama tulivyozoea zana potofu, nikajua kama kaja kuomba.
For the first time when she came to our office, I thought that she was coming for begging because of our perception toward people with disability.
Yeah, kumbe ilikuwa ni tofauti. Kumbe yeye madam alikuja kwa ajili ya kufanya kazi na kurekodi nyimbo kwa ajili ya kutoa elimu juu ya watu wenye ulemavu.
But it was not like that. As madam was coming for for record her songs in order to advocate for the people with disabilities.
Nyimbo zake zilikuwa ni nyimbo za tofauti sana kwangu. Baada ya kuzisikiliza, zilikuwa ni nyimbo ambazo zimejaa elimu tosha kwa ajili ya kutufundisha na kutoa sana tupotofu juu ya watu wenye ulemavu.
And her song was very good, and it was her education, which was educating and the advocates for people with disabilities.
Kupitia nyimbo zake nimejifunza mambo mengi, kwamba watu wenye ulemavu pia wanaweza kufanya kama watu wengine.
And through her songs, I learned that people with disability, they have ability to do as other people.
Yani kwa mfano yeye mwenyewe Madam Eva, tunaona ni mtu mwenye ulemavu wa macho, lakini amefanikiwa kuwa na elimu ya juu. Ni teacher wa Kifaransa. Kwa hiyo pia imekuwa ni moja ya elimu kubwa ambayo nimeipata na kuona kwamba wanaweza.
As for instance, Madam Eva herself, she's a person with disability, but she's a teacher, she's a French teacher. So as people with disability like her, they can do like other people.
Baada ya kusikia zile nyimbo zake, nikajua kwamba nao wana haki ya kuwa na familia, wana haki ya kuwa viongozi mbalimbali kwenye sehemu mbalimbali katika kujenga uchumi wa nchi.
And after hear her songs, I learned that people with disability like her, they can have a family, they can be a leader, and they can do anything in this world.
Na kupitia nyimbo zake watu wengi wamejifunza mambo mengi sana kuhusiana na watu wenye ulemavu baada ya kuzisikia pale ofisini kwetu.
And it's through her songs, which is very good, everyone was motivated and they learn in our office and in surrounding community.
Kwa kweli nyimbo zake imefanyika darasa tosha. Kwa hiyo mimi pia baada ya kujifunza mambo mengi pia nitakuwa mwalimu kwa watu wengine, kuelekeza yale niliyojifunza kupitia nyimbo zake Madam.
And it's through her songs I learn myself, and I'll be able to teach other people, and I'll promote her songs very well so as other people to understand and to learn through people with disabilities.
Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Eva, Dekariswa, and Isaac, and more. Eva, we do appreciate and congratulate you for your achievement, and especially the ambition to establish your own organization, to formalize your work, and to amplify your work. Before we proceed with another presentation, I would like to invite my colleague, Katalin. He will share 2 more stories from participants or people who has been impacted with Eva project. These are 2 small video, and we do apologize that they are just provisional video with some not good quality, but we are working on them, and we'll arrange another session which will be more on sharing the learning and this documentary. Welcome, Katalin.
Thank you. So I will play the bus driver interview, yes?
Perfect.
Okay.
Mimi maoni yangu kutokana na changamoto hizi wanazozipata hususan watu wenye ulemavu, bado watu wanahitaji wapewe elimu, hususan wanaoshughulika na usafiri wa umma, hususan madereva na makondakta. Madereva wenzangu na makondakta pia wapate elimu hiyo ya juu, kuwa huyu unachomfanyia fanya kama vile ni ndugu yako, eza ni dada yako au ni kaka yako. Umemkuta pale, unaweza kumwacha? Akishailijua hilo kwa hawezi kumwacha. Kwa hiyo mtu yoyote yule ambaye mwenye ulemavu hawezi kumfanyia hicho, kumwacha hapo stendi. Lazima atachukulia huyu ni ndugu yangu. Njia ya kuelimisha jamii kwa kutumia nyimbo, kwa upande wangu naweza nikasema ni njia nzuri, kwa sababu jamii nyingi sasa hivi huwa inapenda kusikiliza muziki Sasa kama inapenda kusikiliza mziki, huwa akiusikiliza ule mziki ataelewa kuwa huyu mtu alikuwa na maana gani. Ana uwezo kulifanyia kazi lile jambo ambalo lililosikia kwa kupitia mziki. Lakini kwa kupita kwa kuongea kidogo inaweza kawa ni changamoto. Kwa sababu jamii nyingi ukiangalia sana, mtu atakuwa na headphone masikioni anasikiliza mziki. Atakuwa na redio kidogo ameshikilia anasikiliza mziki. Kwa hiyo kwa kupitia mziki akiusikiliza kidogo, watu wengi wanaweza akapata elimu hiyo. Mimi maoni yangu.
Okay. Shall we play the music video now?
Yeah, good to go.
Yes, so now we're playing the music video.
Unaona nini ndugu yangu ukimuona mtu mwenye ulemavu? Unawaza nini ndugu yangu ukimuona mtu mwenye ulemavu? Unaona nini ndugu yangu ukimuona mtu mwenye ulemavu? Unawaza nini ndugu yangu ukimuona mtu mwenye ulemavu? Wengine wanaona ulemavu ni laana, wengine wanaona ulemavu ni mkosi, wengine wanaona ulemavu ni laana, wengine wanaona ulemavu ni mkosi. Tunaweza, 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 ulemavu si laana. Tunaweza, 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 ulemavu si laana. Tunaweza, 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 ulemavu si laana. Ninakukumbusha kaka yangu, usimtenge mtu mwenye ulemavu. Ninakukumbusha dada yangu, usimbeze mtu mwenye ulemavu. Ninakukumbusha kaka yangu, usimtenge mtu mwenye ulemavu. Ninakukumbusha dada yangu, usimbeze mtu mwenye ulemavu. Pengine uliona ulemavu ni kushindwa, pengine uliona ulemavu ni kutoweza, pengine uliona ulemavu ni kushindwa, pengine uliona ulemavu ni kutoweza. Tunaweza, 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 ulemavu si laana. Udaktari, wanasheria, tunaweza, ulemavu si laana. Utangazaji, ualimu, tunaweza, ulemavu si laana. Uongozi, siasa, tunaweza, ulemavu si laana. Kufanya biashara, kupika chakula, tunaweza, ulemavu si laana. Kupiga deki, kufua nguo, tunaweza, ulemavu si laana. Disability is not inability. We can be lawyers, we can be journalists, we can be teachers, we can be doctors. Understand? Disability is not inability. Disability is our comfortability.
Wazima. Kaeni chini.
Okay. Should I stop sharing my
Wow. Thank you very much, Kathleen. Just to see, this is one among Eva's inclusive song, and this is very wonderful. I'm encouraging Eva's personal assistant, Mr. Gilbert, to make sure before the end of this session, kindly share in the chat box the YouTube link for all Eva's songs. This is so wonderful song, Eva, showing how persons with disability, they have capabilities and talents, and they can do once they are included and barriers have been removed. We have a number of comments and congrats from the chat box, Eva, and I do encourage the participant to share any question you have or comment in the chat box. We'll have time at the end to pass over and read what you have pasted. But for now, let me just read one comment from the chat box, which say, this comment is from Yewande Akintelu Omoni. Sorry if I mentioned wrongly.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wow.
It's my last name, but yeah,
you are welcome. I have seen your comment. You say, yes, fantastic project, Eva. As a disabled person who got my first job last year at the age of 31, who is now leading my own young disabled people project, I will definitely tell our young people about your project. They are also facing barriers in transitioning into employment after compulsory education due to lack of inclusivity in our UK education system. Thank you very much, Yewande. So we have observed, Eva has done a lot. She has done with the music, she has done with the community outreach event, especially with the bus drivers and conductors, but she has also done other outreach with the parents of children with disabilities and teachers. We have a lot. So we'll have time to ask her questions and comment on her project, but also her intention to open a new OPD. So please don't forget to keep your question and comment. We'll get back to it. As we are moving to another presenter, I will welcome Farhat Abubakar, and before Farhat present, let me invite Kathleen again. Kathleen, can you share some short video for Farhat and her team from Zanzibar? They have some short video to share what they have done so far. Welcome, sure. Kathleen, before Farhat join.
Sure, I'll do that. Sorry, one moment. So we have now 2 short interviews from participants that received the training from this campaign. And again, please excuse the subtitles. They are very provisional and we are still working on the videos, which will be much more polished when we release them.
Moja ya mafunzo ambayo niliweza kushiriki na nikaweza kupata mafanikio makubwa na kuweza kujifunza vitu mbalimbali ni haya mafunzo ya digital advocacy, yani uchechemuzi wa kidijitali. Yani uchechemuzi wa kidijitali. So kwa hiyo imeweza kunipa uwezo wa kuweza kutambua haki za watu wenye ulemavu na kuweza kufanya uchechemuzi kwenye mitandao. Na nikiwa mbali ya kuwa mhamasishaji wa vijana, lakini imeweza kunipa nafasi ya kujivunia ya kuwa kwamba mimi ni kijana ambaye natetea watu wenye ulemavu kupitia mafunzo haya. Na pia kuona kwamba na kitu bora ambacho pia nimejifunza kwamba watu ambao wanatufundisha katika masuala haya za haki za watu wenye ulemavu kwa asilimia kubwa ni watu wenye ulemavu wenyewe. Manake wanafundisha kile kitu ambacho wao wenyewe wanapitia na kuchukua mawazo ya watu wenye ulemavu wenyewe kuweza kuunganisha ili kuweza kuwasaidia watu wenye ulemavu ambao hawakuweza kufika katika ile sehemu husika. Tunaweza kutumia vipi? Kupitia video mbalimbali ambazo tunaweza kurekodi kupitia mafunzo ambayo tunawashiriki, au pia hata kuwaonesha watu katika mitandao ya kijamii, namna gani tumeweza kushiriki ili na wengine wavutike waweze kushiriki na kuweza kujua haki zao. Watu wengi wapo watu wenye ulemavu, lakini mpaka sasa hivi kuambia wewe haki yako ni ipi, basi haijui. Kwa hiyo ili tuweze kujua haki zetu, maana yake tunatakiwa tuwafate, tujifunze kwa watu ambao wanaojua haki za watu wenye ulemavu. Moja ya mafunzo.
And then we have another course participant who comments on the training.
Asante sana. Nishukuru kukutana na swala ambalo nimeulizwa. Mawazo yangu kupitia haya mafunzo ya Digital Advocacy Zanzibar, ningependa kuambia kwamba vijana ambao wameanzisha mradi huu waongeze mradi mwingine ambao kwa asilimia kubwa angalau ifike 50 vijana ambao ni watu wenye ulemavu waweze kuwapata mafunzo haya ya Digital Advocacy Zanzibar, ili na wao waweze kutetea haki zao za msingi kikamilifu, kwa sababu upande wa Tanzania naweza nikasema asilimia kubwa watu wenye ulemavu wanakosa haki zao za msingi. Asante sana. Kupitia mafunzo pamoja na ushiriki wangu kupitia haya Digital Advocacy Zanzibar, faida ambayo nimepata kupitia haya mafunzo, kwanza kabisa nilipoanza kujifunza nilikuwa sijui jinsi gani naweza kutumia mtandao ili kufanya utetezi wa haki za watu wenye ulemavu, lakini baada ya kumaliza mafunzo nimeweza kutambua na nikapata uelewa jinsi ambayo naweza nikatumia mtandao na vile vile kufanya utetezi wa haki za watu wenye ulemavu. Asante sana.
Okay.
This is Dan Catalin. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing this. So we are now going to listen a presentation from FACAT, and that is one of the outcomes which we observed from the 2 young people with disabilities who were among beneficiaries of the digital advocacy training and capacity building, which was run by the young people based in Zanzibar. So FACAT, welcome. And I'll not want to preempt you. Please proceed. The floor is yours. And Yumna, if you're there, you can also back up FACAT. Thank you.
Hello, guys.
Oh, hello. You're welcome.
Thank you. My name is Fakihat Omar Abba. My name is Fakihat Omar Bakr, and I am a youth with multiple disabilities. For those who are visual impaired, visual impaired, I wear pink scarf. I am brown color. Digital advocacy for young people with disabilities. So we equip young people with disability on uses of digital platform for advocacy purpose. Our project objective: young people with disability have access and inclusion in digital platform for advertising of their business talents, and also provide awareness on disability matters. Also, it helps to connect and bridge youth with disability and break the gap between people with disability and other social groups, particularly in Zanzibar context. It brings new ways of advocacy for people with disability rights through making inclusion technology. So we have already our journey map of the project. We have already done 2 days physical training that include on how to create social media accounts and on how to create hashtags and other digital uses. We have already done virtual session. Here, we based on empowering them or equipping them on some cross-category topics like mental health, gender-based on violence, and cyberbullying. As we move forward, we will continue with media campaign. What has changed? The program has changed the mindset of youth with disability. As one of the youth state that as youth with disability should stand up for themselves and raise awareness and raise their voices on matters that concern them. Staying silent and not taking action can be their biggest barrier. And also she states that self-advocacy through digital platform is essential. As we move forward, we have case story based on one among our beneficiaries, who is Zahra. She has multiple sclerosis. She is at the stage where she can't breathe. She faced some difficulty breathing. So we start to post her on our social media and for fundraising. So she needed a special aid, a portable oxygen conveyed machine. So we managed to post her on our social media for fundraising, but luckily, the government through the Ministry of Health provided for her. Another case story, we have our very famous chef, who is Juris Wagaida, who is also who use social media from various countries, and he also teaches Zanzibar Sign Language. He's dissemination has shined through globally, and he also make us proud. As for me, myself, I was invited to be a guest of honor on some school as a champion of this project. So they invited me to have seen my determination, my work. So they invited me to be the guest of honor at the school contest, and it was a great opportunity to share my story. I gave a speech, so it was a very wonderful experience. As you can see here, we have Masood, who is tour guide in Zanzibar. So,
sorry, madam, can you see it? Can you all see?
Can you all
Yes,
see?
yes, we can see.
Oh.
Please proceed.
It's very invite some guests to they have organization known as Upendo that take care of people with hearing impairment. So he took them and he took them to have like a conversation. As we move forward, we wish to establish strong network for youth with disability who are determined in providing awareness on disability matters. We also hope to create more opportunities among the beneficiaries to participate in different social activities as a response to their contribution of bringing social change in their localities. Thanks. These are our project impact. The project has made youth with disability to be known and building some inspiration to other people with disability, and also contributing in the reducing of stereotype among people with disability in Zanzibar. Also, we have understanding the proper uses of digital platform. And as I mentioned earlier, that one of our sessions was based on mental health. So the project has truly impacted them on how to defend themselves from different cyber attacks. So we have achievements. One of the achievements is that we have managed to participate and engage in different activities. Like there was this event during hydrocephalus and spina bifida day. So one of the organizations conduct a fundraising event. So we went there at UC, we participate, and we encourage other people to participate in such events. Moving forward, there is learning and networking. As we all know, through digital advocacy, we learn, we build some connections, and some of us have already got some opportunities through connections. Yeah. These are some achievements. Call for action. We hope we hope to see more capacity building programs, because we are still young, we still need to learn more. We hope to have digital rights program and mentorship program for more advocacy skills, so we can reach out to more people and we can advocate for more people with disability. Sharing experience program, as we can share some experience with art and Boston University, that could be so helpful. Virtual session with different people with disability. So we hope to have more sessions with us and Boston University to equip us and to help us to know more about disability and advocacy. We also established Watetezi Vijana as our hashtag. So guys, can you please go and search for Watetezi Vijana? So this is my team project. My team project, we have Yumna Manga, who is a person with albinism. We have Fakiha, myself, Yamila, who is visual impaired, and Zakia, our program officer. Thank you. Thank you, Ad.
Wow.
Thank you, Boston University.
Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Farhat and Zakia. On the background, Yumna and Jamila as well. Congratulations. I have seen a lot of positive comments and thoughts on the chat box regarding your project. We have also seen the feedback we got from Adil and the other young people who see hearing impairment. This is real and eye-opening, and it's very good program, especially in the digitalized world, where we believe that it will be a starting point for the growing generation of young disability advocates in Tanzania and Zanzibar at large. Before we go to the question and answer session, as I said earlier, this participatory grant making pilot was led and designed by a group of young persons with disability as a panel or grant task team. And we have one of the representative, and the others are also at the background. They can also join. We can hear some learnings from Zena and her peer young person with disability on what are the key learnings. Them as a panel, what have they learned in this process as they championed and led the design and selection process. Karibu Zena.
Hello, my name is Zena Aqua. I am a chef. I cook for your stomach and for your soul. I'm a disability justice activist and I'm Black woman. I'm wearing hijab and black dress. I feel honored to be here and to share my experience about this whole process. I'll start by say thank you, AD International and Barnamouth University for this opportunity. Honestly, it was a learning process to us. And on behalf of my golden team, task team, the Caliso and others, we were able to learn a lot through this process. And we were able to know that we are leaders and we can lead this. We got this. I remember on April last year, we started this. We were told to apply for this, to being among of task team. I remember the whole process was like, wow, process. But we were given freedom to apply for it. They told us to send a video, or you can write and tell why you want to be among of task team, why you want to be among of the leaders to design this program. And we were chosen, and after choosing, we were given a training on how to do this. To me, this sounds like it was a learning program. And also, when we were trained, I remember we were trained by Barnamouth University and AD International. Everything was a new thing to me, honestly. I wasn't good on digital skills. Like, I never knew how to use Zoom, Google, how to create a meeting. I never knew those things. So first, they taught us how to use digital skills. They say, I remember, you can't be a judge without knowing how to use Zoom or what. How will you do this? And they even taught us how to create criteria, and we did. And they also give us the opportunity to choose winners. And today I feel so proud to listen one of our winners, Eva and Fakiat from Zanzibar. I feel so proud of myself. And also, another thing I can say is, after doing this project with Arden Barnamouth University, I myself, personal experience, I was able to start my own YouTube channel. I've shared my link on chat box. You can just go at YouTube and subscribe Chef Zeni YouTube channel. And also, I become a very good leader on doing advocacy through media. There is Chef Zeni everywhere. Instagram, Chef Zeni, LinkedIn, Chef Zeni, Twitter. Anywhere, you just go and just search Chef Zeni, you'll find me there. All the thanks to AD International and Barnamouth University. They guide me well, especially on how to create a YouTube channel. I never knew how to start it. I never knew how to record a video. I always record a video through my Snapchat, but I didn't know how to film a YouTube channel video. So they taught us, and I was able to do it. And also, there is among of feedback I got after creating my YouTube channel. I'm doing advocacy through my YouTube channel. As a chef and a disabled person, people get a chance to see me, how I am living my life, how I work. If you go in my YouTube channel, you'll see the video showing how I walk, how I cook. And also, I was able to reach out to many different people from all over the world to see how digital skills is important to a person with disability. And another thing, when we talk about how to change perception of people with disability through our winners, the one we choose by using our criteria, Eva was able to create her own YouTube channel. And of course, as a judge, it's my duty to make sure that our winner, their goals, their aim to change their society, it goes to reach those people. So I've been sharing their work and request for feedback, and I was able to get those feedback. Everything is positive. Now they can see that you can work with a person with disability. They see that every person with disability is a human being, just like others. Through this program, even people with no disabilities were able to learn that a person with disability, it's a ability count, not disabilities. And other task team member, I'm not sure if Sharif is here, he was also able to learn how to use Zoom, how to use different app for meeting, especially in virtual. He was always complaining, I don't know, but after this, when I talked to him, he said that Zena, now I can do this. So we thank you so much, Barnamouth University, for this opportunity, and AD International. And together we are great leaders, and we are doing a good job to make sure everyone is doing advocacy for persons with disability, because every disabled person has his or her own magic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chef Zena. And you said you pasted your YouTube link in the chat box. Thank you. Before I open up for the question and comments, although I'll also read some of them from the chat box, I'm just welcoming any other panel member, if you have anything to add from what the panel or the grant task team learned through this process. Anyone from the panel group? If you're there, please raise your hand before I go for question and answer session. Great. Since there is no any hand, I believe that no any comment, or maybe they will share comment later. So I welcome question and comments. If you want to talk and raise your voice, please raise your hand while I'm passing through some comments and chats, which I took from the chat box. We have a comment from Paul Emon. Thank you, sir, from Uganda. He said, great work and advocacy, young people in Tanzania. I believe your advocacy is spreading throughout the country. And he's having a question. This goes for both Eva and the Fakhat group. He's asking, how are you advocating for inclusion in higher education or in universities? And another comment was from Datius. Eva, this is for you. He said, great Eva, I wish next video to be, I become your video director. And another comment was from Winnie. She said, how are you advocating for inclusion in higher, oh, sorry, this is from Emon also. And another one was, how are you involving the mainstream media in your advocacy and media campaign? And this one is perfect comment from our very own regional director, ADD International, Madam Rosie. She said, congratulations, Fakhat, such a beautiful presentation and great learning indeed. So this is just few, there are many in the chat box. So I please welcome anyone with a question or comment you want to speak out, please raise your hand. And if ever, Fakhat group, please prepare yourself to respond for the 2 questions I have brought to you. Okay, in case we will have any question while we proceed, I will welcome Yumna, Fakhati, if you have answer for the questions, and Eva. Let's start with Yumna, since you have not talked and we miss your voice. Start with, how are you advocating for inclusion at higher learning institutions? If Yumna is not there, Zakia, please.
Okay, thank you. How are we advocating from higher how are we advocating for inclusion in higher education? As we have the program of digital advocacy, luckily we've got like 3 or 4 people from higher education. So and we, as the objective says, that we are expecting to have those who receive training to be a TOT. So we have like we use them as our ambassador. And as an impact of digital advocacy, we have one among the youth who have a physical disability, Nasir. Now he has a leadership position in from SUZA, State of University of Zanzibar, and they have the Department of Disability. So we are working with him or with his fellow member of leadership to exchange various issues concerning disability. So apparently right now we as we continue with our sessions, sometimes we allow some of the students from higher level from anywhere in those university to get to study about the what the meaning of disability and inclusion and other related topics which we are conducting from those virtual sessions. I think I already answered it.
Thank you, Zakia. And forever, I know you were also at the University of Dar es Salaam. How were you advocating for inclusion within the university? Please welcome.
Madam, can you repeat the questions?
Ni namna gani ulikuwa unatekeleza shughuli za uchechemuzi na kuelimisha katika kuhusiana na masuala ya ujumuishwaji katika Chuo Kikuu cha Dar es Salaam au katika vyuo vikuu Tanzania? Namna gani mmeshiriki katika kuchechemua na kueneza habari kuhusu haki za watu wenye ulemavu?
We included some students at the University of Dar es Salaam in our meetings, and we told them how to be. We told them to go to be teachers to their fellows regarding issues of persons with disability. So we included some of university students in our meetings. For example, it was a meeting of parents of children with disability. Another question?
We have another question from the chat box. The question is about, how did you manage to make this wonderful work while pursuing your bachelor degree? I think it's about the project, Advocacy Project, including the songs, the outreach event. How did you manage to do this while pursuing your studies?
Okay. This project, I started this project after completing my university studies last year. So I have a lot of time to do this because I was no longer a student. And also in issue of funds, we get funds from World International and Bonamouth. So we did this project in that ways. Yeah.
Thank you, Eva. So in summary, Eva started the project in 2023 from October, while she graduated in August. So it was fortunate that the project funding were released after she has accomplished her first degree. We have another last question, which was about how you are using the media to advocate or to run your campaigns. You can respond this, and also Zakia and the FACAT team, they can also respond if they have anything to add.
For us, mass media was one among of the approach we decided to use in our advocacy. So we used the TVs and radio to send our message to the community. As I mentioned, we use the TV, like it's the Africa TV and Wasafi Media. So we used those so as to go, so as to send our message in large area or all over the country, all over Tanzania. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eva. Zanzibar team, do you have any addition for that?
Okay.
On how?
On our side here, we plan to do some a podcast with Imani Herrick, who is the general manager of Kings FM, which are located from Jombe, and unfortunately she's not around now. I think she has a project in BW in Germany. So but we have already agreed that at least to have at least 2 or 3 podcasts from with beneficiary of digital advocacy training. So I hope next month we are going to do the podcast.
Thank you very much, Zakia. Yeah. Thank you, Zakia. We have a hand from Martin. Martin, you're welcome.
Hello. Yes, I just wanted to ask both Eva and Fakihat, were people generally accepting of the message of disability justice and inclusion, or did some people resist? And if so, how did you deal with that?
Perfect. Thank you, Martin. For both faculty and Eva, Martin is asking, did you have any resistance from people you were talking to, especially showing some resistance from what you are just trying to tell them or to inform them about disability rights and justice? If you have any feedback on that, please, the stage is yours.
So on our side, we have one of the beneficiaries of our project. He correct one of the posts that states not a suitable name for people, for a person with disability. So he saw a post, and the name that was used was not suitable. So he corrected, and it was such an strong impact to us.
And what Fakia is trying to say that is that the advocacy is accepted, and until now we did not face any trouble or any disagreement from the society. So people are willing to change on matter of disability, because we put the words, there's nothing about us without us. So people keep believing that the knowledge of disability comes from the people with disability, not from the people like me who have no disability.
Thank you, Zakia and Fakhat. Thank you very much. And for Eva, have you met any challenge on that?
Yes, for us, there was challenge of resistance. For example, bus drivers and conductors, some of them rejected that they are not engaging in rejecting persons with disability when they want to enter the bus. But when we asked them that, how about your fellow? They are the ones who responded that their fellow, they do things like that. So we decided to tell that if you are not responsible for this issue, maybe you have not rejected any person with disability when he or she wants to enter the bus, but you know your fellow is doing this, go and tell your fellow that is not right to persons with disability. So some of them they rejected, but they told us that their fellow they do. So I think so. It is shame to say in front of the people that I'm the ones rejected persons with disability. That's why they refused. But we told them to go to tell their fellow, because in our project we included a few bus drivers and conductors. So we told them to go and to be teachers for their fellows regarding rights of persons with disability.
Wow, thank you, Eva. Thank you very much. In case we have any other question, we have like few minutes before we wind up this session. So if you have any question or comment, please raise your hand. I have 2 minutes. 2 people can come and share their ideas, thoughts, or questions. Please, you're welcome.
Can I come in, Elenika?
You are welcome, George. Karibu.
I thank you, team, for the great work done. Thank you for the change that has happened. And for me, on the part of the grantees, to appeal to the rest of us, if we can further fund their initiatives, as we've heard, they have started initiatives that need further support so that then they achieve their advocacy goals, but also with increased awareness within the communities in Tanzania where the grantees are staying. Thank you, and asante sana.
Thank you very much, George. We have a question from the chat box from one of our colleagues, who is Clara Muchungus from Restless Development. She's asking, just curious to know the sustainability plan for this great initiative for further impact. George, can you go forward for this, please? What are the sustainability plan in place for great initiative after the project fund ending?
Wow, that's a great and good question, and definitely that's the appeal that I just made in a few seconds ago. But the grantees, the disability activists have action plans that are in place that need further support, but also we are continuing with the networking and linking them to the other opportunities, both in country and outside the country, to ensure that these initiatives are sustained. And also we hope to continue with the further mentorships in the areas of like resource mobilization, digital advocacy, but also encouraging them to join the different youth platforms where they can be supported to continue with the such initiatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, George. And now we are almost winding this session, and I will welcome Kathleen in case you have anything. And if there is no anything from your side, I can wind up with some few announcements.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to add something to what George said about sustainability. Thank you very much. And I wanted to also mention that Bournemouth University is going to continue the collaboration with Ed International, and we are going to apply for more funding to develop the method of participatory grant making and expand the campaigns. Thank you very much to Ed for all your support. Especially
Thank you very much,
Rose
Kathleen.
and George and Martin.
We also appreciate your support, especially on the mentorship side, but also on seeking more funds to deliver the youth with disability advocacy work. As we are winding up this session, please receive my sincere appreciation and big thank you for all participants who joined us today. And reminding the youth advocates to paste their useful links in the chat box, whether it is for the advocacy work or for the music song or whatever it's used as far as advocacy is concerned. And I'm also reminding, if you're not among the members of the WIDAR network and you wish to be part of the WIDAR network, kindly join us through this WhatsApp group link. I'll paste it in the chat. But also don't forget to follow our website, which is also live through this link I will be pasting here in the chat box. And a huge thank you again for your time, patience, and participation in this session. We will announce and share information in the next WIDAR session, which will be coming to you in the near future. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye-bye.